Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a mystery thriller film called Bird Box Barcelona from 2023. Enjoy your viewing. The film begins with Sebastian bringing his daughter Anna to a skating rink, where they are rollerblading until they hear a suspicious sound. They decide to do the smartest thing in such a situation, to run away quickly. But in the corridor, a man is hit in the face with a cane. He is captured by a gang of blind bandits who take his canned food. Sebastian tries to reach for the shard from the broken bottle, but the sight of his daughter hiding by the wall makes him change his mind. When the robbers leave, he gets up and walks with his daughter to the exit, reasoning that there is no point in getting involved with hungry criminals. Putting on welding goggles, they go out into the deserted streets, where traces of unrest remain. A voiceover reads news reports about mysterious creatures, and the announcers advise not to look at them, otherwise you can go crazy and kill yourself with improvised means. As they make their way through the garbage-strewn streets, they come across a group of 4 blindfolded people pushing a cart with looted supplies. Sebastian tells his daughter to hide while he looks into it and starts talking to the strangers. The new acquaintances are reluctant to help the first person they meet, but Sebastian gets their attention with information about power generators. After talking, they get excited about the idea of having the conveniences of electricity and invite Sebastian to a shelter located in a large bus garage. There, the newcomer is examined by a doctor to stitch up his wound. In the evening, while sharing a bowl of food with his new comrades, Sebastian sees a man with terrible scars instead of eyes telling his story. Not everyone who sees the mysterious creatures immediately ends their lives. Some simply go crazy. They consider it their duty to show everyone the true light. That is, to force others to see unknown creatures. When such fanatics broke into their hideout, the man took advantage of the pause to grab a knife and take out his eyes, because these sectarians are not a threat to the blind. At night, when the survivors were sleeping in the cabin of one of the buses, Sebastian sneaks into the key room and carefully collects all the keys, then returns to the vehicle, quietly, so as not to wake anyone. He picks up the right key to start the engine, but the doctor notices him. She asks him what he is doing. Without answering, Sebastian simply closes the glass door. Finding the right key, he starts the engine and starts moving along with all the passengers, who try to break the glass to get to him and stop the man. However, even the guard who blocked the way does not interfere with Sebastian, as he calmly drives over him. The bus, having broken through the locked gate, goes outside, but not far. After hitting a pile of garbage, the vehicle rolls over on its side, and a bloody Sebastian crawls out. Another man follows, saying that the creatures are coming to them, and they are beautiful. Leaves and small debris rise into the air, signaling the arrival of the mysterious creatures. Looking at them, Sebastian's eyes are covered with a golden glow, and the other passengers immediately leave this life forever upon seeing the creatures. Sebastian sees bolts of bright light bursting out of the wounds and rushing into the sky. When the rest of the passengers also get out and go to the other world in different ways, each death is accompanied by a beam of light flying upward. Only a blind man and Sebastian survive. His daughter takes his hand and says that he saved them by freeing them from a certain shell. In response, Sebastian asks when it will be his turn to be reunited with his daughter and wife. The girl reminds him that he still has many lost sheep to save. The story moves forward 9 months. Sebastian works as an engineer for an energy company. When his worried wife calls, there is a story on TV about a strange epidemic of deaths that is spreading rapidly. Even his colleagues in the office are behaving like students on vacation. They are not taking care of themselves. In the atmosphere of general chaos, the man goes to pick up his daughter in the subway. He notices small debris rising into the air, after which passengers jump on the rails one by one, preparing to embrace the train. Sebastian barely manages to break through this human shield to get out. When he gets to the Catholic school, Sebastian picks up his daughter, and they go out through the cathedral, where they meet Father Esteban. The priest confesses that he has always dreamed of seeing a miracle as a proof of God's providence. Now his dream has come true. God has sent angels to earth. Sebastian, hiding his daughter under his jacket and handing her the medallion, goes outside. There he meets his wife, but she does not look around and is immediately hit by a car. Sebastian prays in an empty church while the ghost of his daughter dances nearby. He sees messages from God on the icons. Later he comes across people tied by the hands who have also seen the creatures. They do not think they are angels, but aliens. The man meets a woman named Claire, who is blindfolded. She hears his footsteps, but Sebastian does not respond and sneaks up quietly to rip off her blindfold. His cunning plan is interrupted by the appearance of a dog and other survivors. Sebastian uses the tried and true trick of promising a generator to gain their trust. Although he has a hard time doing so, he is eventually brought to the shelter, where, among others, there is a little girl named Sophia who speaks German, so no one understands her. The dog trainer, Rafa notices the fresh stitches on Sebastian's forehead and asks who put them there. The newcomer confesses that it was a doctor from the dead group, and he was the only one who survived. Rafa suspects Sebastian of killing his comrades and is about to kick him out. The ghosts advise Sebastian to take a different tactic and use Sophia. Thanks to his knowledge of German, he starts a conversation with her. He learns that the girl was with her mother on a tourist trip when it all started. A miracle saved them, and they heard on the radio about a castle museum on a mountain that can only be reached by cable car. Sophia went there, but lost her mother and was picked up by Claire. The survivors decide that the protected castle, which the psychos cannot reach on foot, is a good hiding place, and they go there. However, there is one drawback, as they will have to go through the entire city blindfolded. After putting on the blindfolds, the survivors prepare for the rescue trip. At night, when everyone is asleep, Sebastian secretly cuts the leash of one of the dogs. The next day, when the creatures are close by, Rafa's dog breaks the cut leash and runs away. Due to auditory hallucinations, everyone hears something different. The trainer imagines that he hears his dogs whining. Thinking the dogs are injured, he takes off his blindfold and becomes another victim. Sebastian watches as the light leaves the dead body, while the others divide into two groups. Some seek shelter and others go to find Rafa. The dog, guarding the body of his master, sees the creatures and rushes at the old man, biting him. His wife takes him away, and Sebastian watches them indifferently. Those who found shelter return to the others. Everyone has gathered, except for the dead Rafa and his dogs. Preparing for bed, people reassure each other. One of the survivors, Octavio, suggests that the monsters are quantum in nature. They appear only in the presence of an observer, and everyone sees their own form, so they hear the voices of their loved ones and see something of themselves before they die. Sebastian gives Sophia a medallion that once belonged to his daughter. Later, Anna's ghost reproaches him. It was her medallion, and Sophia is not his daughter. In the morning, the survivors check the house for safety, curtaining the windows to prevent them from seeing anything dangerous from the outside. Sebastian deceives Octavio by telling him that the windows are curtained. Octavio removes the blindfold, sees the light, and realizes that Sebastian is a traitor. He grabs the knife from the table, but instead of taking revenge, he goes to the other side. Claire comes to the noise. Anna's ghost tells Sebastian to take off her blindfold, but he refuses because he is surprised that he did not see the light from the dead man. The survivors continue on their way. Sebastian notices the tracks of the psychos. One of them appears on a motorcycle, and Sebastian uses his eyesight to lead the people away. At a bend, an old man, bitten by a dog, twists his leg, and his wife stays with him while Sebastian leads Claire and Sophia onward. The psycho approaches the couple, and they take off their blindfolds to see each other for the last time. Once inside the house, Claire begins to suspect that Sebastian is one of the psychos who survived after seeing the monsters. She accuses him of killing the others, and meanwhile Anna's ghost asks her father to open the door and sacrifice them. The man argues with his daughter's spirit, and Claire leads Sophia up the stairs to the roof. Once on the roof, they don't realize that the psycho has a clear advantage, but Sebastian catches them at the edge. He convinces the woman that he wants to help, but she is categorically against it. Claire falls down. Sebastian promises to show Sophia the most beautiful angels, but at the last moment he changes his mind and just hugs the girl. He recalls how, on Anna's birthday, at night, psychos led by the priest Esteban broke into their house and forced them to look at the creatures. Anna, seeing them, smiled and jumped down, and Sebastian ran to the edge and saw his dead daughter standing next to him, holding his hand. Sebastian turns to Claire and tells her his plan. He will take them to the cable car. Claire doesn't believe it, but the appearance of the other psychos makes her agree. They are running away from the roof through the woods when a mentally ill woman catches up with them. Sebastian throws her down, and the survivors escape. Sebastian puts his companions in a car and drives away, despite the resistance of the psychos led by Esteban. They calmly chase them with their car. This time, Sebastian drives more carefully, maneuvering among the obstacles. When he reaches the cable car, he blocks the entrance with his car and sets fire to the gas tank. The car explodes just as the psychos are near it. Sebastian sends Claire and Sophia upstairs, while he stays behind to cover their escape. Claire leads Sophia to the control room and notices the bell, signaling their arrival at the castle. The bell also attracts the monster's attention, but the plan works. The electricity is turned on and the cable car starts. At the bottom, Sebastian feels calm, but sees the priest stabbing him. Claire and Sophia enter the castle, where they are met by soldiers. Claire sees Sophia reunited with her mother. The soldiers take Claire for a medical examination, where they take her blood for analysis, claiming that they are working on an antidote. The film ends with a scene of an experiment on mice, where the military keeps one monster in captivity. If you have watched the video so far, you should know that I am happy to have viewers like you. Thank you for watching to the end. Subscribe to the channel and follow the news. Klonsak Recapped was with you. See you soon.